So I had to go find out, because I really didn't know. Well, Breast Cancer Crusade started in 1992, so we're celebrating 20 years this year. And so far, through 2011, they've raised over $750 million. Wow.
Yeah.
And we are, I know you've heard this before, but just for the new people, Avon is the #1 corporate sponsor in the world for breast cancer causes. So, hand for that. So the money goes to two main causes. Research. It goes to leading cancer centers, right down to the little grassroots, clinics around here, in all the countries, though. It's not just the United States, it's all around the world. And the other part is just making sure that everybody, whether they're rich or poor, has good access to health care for breast cancer. So, the other thing that I found out that was exciting is that this is the first year we have the group of what they call the Avon's Global Scholars. It was a hand-picked bunch of scientists, medical doctors, researchers from, again, the whole world, are together right now. I believe there's like 25 of them that are together right now in the United States, being mentored by some of the best doctors and researchers available in the United States on breast cancer. They're learning all the new techniques, all the new surgical procedures and treatments, and how to detect breast cancer. They're going to take this, everything they learned back to their countries and teach their people. So hopefully, within a few years, the mortality rate from breast cancer, will go down quite a bit, because right now it's really high in other countries that don't have as much as we do. We also, when it comes to getting access for everybody, when you think of the countries that, that people have to travel, miles and miles and miles to get to, to get to a doctor. Well, they have purchased, Avon with the grants, they've been able to purchase mobile mammography units, so they can go around to these countries, these little towns, and get good breast cancer screening. There's also people, they have schools, people go in and teach all the women how to self-exam, because a lot of people wouldn't have, a lot of ladies don't have a clue of how to do it. So there is a lot of good that comes out of everything that we do. So every time you sell a little pin or a bracelet or a scarf, know that every penny is going to one of the best causes there. And as Lori blew my cover, and that's why I'm interested in it, because I am a 5.5-year breast cancer survivor. And again, I just want to share my story, because if it touches just one of you, I've done my job. About 5.5, 6 years ago, we had somebody that was sub-selling. Now you all know what that is, out of our store. And she didn't show up for a couple of months, and it was around the holidays. And so she finally came in, and I said, Stacy, where have you been? We haven't seen you for ages. She said, I found out I had breast cancer. She said, I just wasn't dealing. I couldn't see anybody. I couldn't talk to anybody. All I did is sat there and cried all day. So she was hounding me. She said, when did you have your last mammogram? And I said, I'm always proactive about that. I go for, pap smears every year. I'm right there, right on top of it. But we had moved from Nassau to Suffolk, and that meant getting all new doctors, all new, places to get tests done and everything. And I had 3 kids that I was trying to get, settled first. Well, when I stopped and thought about it, it had been 4 years. So she was on my case every day. She was relentless. She was a pain in the ass. Oh, sorry, this kid's.
It's okay.
And she just wouldn't let it go. So I finally made the appointments. I went in late February, and I went to just your normal little place, and the doctor, I've got dense breath, so, I know, you go in for the take, and you sit down and you wait. You go in again, and you sit down and wait. So she sent me home. She says, I want you to come back in 6 months. I said, fine, I got no problem with that. Well, when I got home, she called. There was a message, call the place. So I called, and she says, I want you to go to a surgeon. I really don't feel comfortable just sending you away for 6 months. Like, no problem, I'll go. So I went, and he sent me across the street to Good Sam's Breast Center, and where, by the grace of the Paces, they have the most modern equipment there that money can buy. And the doctor there, she did it and called me in her office. She says, "You have breast cancer." I said, "Okay." I think at that point anybody else would have just fallen apart, but I didn't. I said, "It doesn't belong there. Get it out. Let's go." So it took 3 months before I had surgery because of the cases ahead of me. There is such an influx of breast cancer on the island. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute. I'm from New Hampshire. I don't have family history. I've breastfed 3 boys. I'm not supposed to have this crap, but I did. So we went through the tests, which weren't so pleasant, and we had surgery on May 1st, so I consider May 1st to be my 2nd birthday. And I guess, the short story is, I was one of the lucky ones. They caught it early. Had Stacy not been on my butt to make those appointments, it might have been another year or 2 before I would have gone. And then who knows where I would have been. I might not have been here, now. So if I can be anybody's angel, as Stacy is to me, by, helping you, if you haven't been, let me know, because I'll be on your butt every day. But please, just go and get it done, because that little pinch and the 3 second, is so much worth more than what I went through. Thank you.